Hey Scorpio, hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your bonus love reading for the end of April into May. And I started a Facebook page, Awakened Soul Tarot. You can find me on Facebook. I'm going to post a link in the description box. And it's basically going to be motivational quotes, things to get you through your day, uplifting messages, and I'll start doing daily card pulls as well. So let's see what's going on with Scorpio. End of April into May. What does Scorpio need to hear? End of April into May. All right, Scorpios, so very nice. What are the messages a Scorpio need to hear? End of April into May. What does Scorpio need to hear? Strength. So Libra just got this card as well. So strength is a sign of Leo. All about courage, Leo the lion. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. So maybe having the strength to forgive somebody, strength to get through a situation, having confidence in yourself. You're starting off with a little bit of tough energy. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords. But with the Queen of Swords here, this is really great because the Queen of Swords energy is all about cutting through the BS, speaking your truths, and that may have occurred in April at some point, but this is April into May, so this can still happen at some point. The Two of Pentacles is about an imbalance, so it could be an imbalance between work and love, but it could be an emotional imbalance because you have the Moon here. So with the Moon, that's all about fears, illusions, sadness, depression. Fears because you're not sure what direction you want to go into. And with the Moon, things aren't fully illuminated. But sometimes things aren't fully illuminated for a reason because you're meant to find out at a later time. And with the Queen of Swords is communication. So you're cutting through that. There's going to be communication. Could be involved with an air sign with the Queen of Swords. With the Moon here, that represents Pisces, so it could be another water sign. But there's some kind of imbalance in a relationship or with emotions. An Eight of Cups, walking away from what doesn't serve you. Moving on to something better, a better place. You may have felt stuck with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can be more about mental because it is swords. So just feeling like you were stuck in a place, you couldn't move, there was restrictions, but it's mental and emotional restrictions. So just feeling like you were stuck in a situation or just in a place that wasn't good. But look what you have. You have the World. So the World is the end of a cycle. Something was full circle and now there's a new beginning. So when one door closes, another opens, and you're getting the Ace of Cups. So an emotional renewal, overflowing emotions, happiness, new relationships, celebrations, and you have the Chariot, victory. So you have two major arcanas. So this is bound to happen, gaining control over a situation. Getting in the driver's seat, moving forward, fast paced, could be traveling. Again, the Chariot is a water sign, so that's Cancer. we'll start clarifying. Find out what some of this tough energy is. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Scorpio? So you have the Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Magician. So some of you could have been struggling with being single. The Nine of Pentacles is like that single card. But also the Nine of Pentacles could be you struggling with money. So maybe there was an imbalance in money, and that's one of the issues in a relationship, because you didn't have the job that you wanted, or you didn't feel confident because you weren't making as much as you wanted to. Some people feel confident by what they own, what they possess. You have the King of Swords, so there could be some kind of message that you're receiving about your finances. And with the Magician here, it's a positive message. So you're going to be in control of your finances. If that's what was holding some of you back in a relationship, things are going to be looking forward, involving finances. So some of you may have been stuck in a bad spot because of financial issues, and that's what's holding you back in a relationship. Clarify the Moon for Scorpio. With the King of Swords, some of you definitely could be involved in some kind of situation where you're hearing a ruling with court, whatever it may be, whether it's divorce, legal matters. Clarify the Moon for Scorpio. The Tower. So revelation, Scorpio, finding things out. There could be something that you find out that was hidden from you, because the moon can be hidden things. And that's going to set off a chain of events in your life and bring big changes. And the Tower doesn't have to be negative. That can be positive changes. Sometimes things have to fall apart before they can come back together, or before you can move on into a better place. So what I'm seeing for some of you is that some of you may be struggling with finances, yes. Others of you could be struggling with balance in a relationship and a balance with emotions. I'm seeing finances and maybe rulings because of the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. But I'm also seeing that for some of you as speaking your truths. So with the Tower here, whatever wasn't working with this moon energy is falling apart. Hidden things may be coming to light, and the Queen of Swords is bringing that. Communication. Things are coming to the surface. Clarify the Eight of Cups for Scorpio. All right, so with the Eight of Cups, you have the King of Wands and the Empress. So you're moving towards a more passionate beginning. Some of you could have been involved with somebody that was just lying, hiding things. And the Tower could be a transformation in that. For others of you, you could be leaving that behind you. And you're moving towards a more passionate beginning. King of Wands can be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. but the king takes control, especially the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who moves forward at a fast pace, somebody who's not afraid to take control, someone who's very passionate, lusty, sensual. And you have the Empress. So that can be the birth of something new. So meeting somebody new. It can be somebody with just that energy. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. But there's going to be forward movement, and you're walking towards something that's better for you. Leaving that restriction. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Scorpio. Why is the Ace of Cups here? You have the High Priestess and you have the Star. So for some of you, the High Priestess, again, there could have been things that were hidden from you, especially with the Moon and the High Priestess here. Things that weren't meant to happen at a certain time. It's more of a slow moving type energy, and divine timing was involved. But whatever you've been hoping for and wishing, you're getting that. But it's been divinely guided by the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about intuition. Slow movement forward. Things not happening. Things happening not yet. Not just yet. But there's going to be forward movement. And clarify the Chariot. Sometimes things have to fall apart with a Tower here before they can come together for you. And with the Strength card here, you have to have strength through that process, so don't give up. Clarify the Chariot. One more with the Hangman and the Chariot. So a period of enlightenment. Finding things out. So there may be communication coming in from somebody, especially with the Queen of Swords here, the King of Swords. With the Hangman, you're finding things out. Something's being shown. Something's being illuminated. And it's going to be something that's good. With the Chariot, so you're gaining victory. You're gaining knowledge. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about moving towards a happier place. That's mental energy. It can mean legit traveling, yes. But figuratively, it also means moving forward to a happier place, a happier state. So for some of you dealing with some imbalances, the imbalances are because things have to fall apart. The Tower energy is here. There can be communication. It can involve finances, maybe getting a new job before you can move forward. But you're moving forward to a happier, better place. You're leaving behind what didn't serve you. You're moving forward. There's going to be a rebirth. Could be someone from the past, somebody new. But things that were hidden, things that weren't meant to happen in the past that you've been hoping and waiting for, are now going to happen. Things are going to be moving forward, and you're going to have your wishes fulfilled. What does Scorpio need to hear? So honeymoon, finances, and career, and very soon. So yeah, Scorpio, this is pretty big. As I said with the finances and career, I'm feeling for a good amount of you, you may have been going through some financial issues. And remember, we've had Saturn and Sagittarius, and that's in the second house of finances and career, work, money. So Scorpios the last 4 years went through a lot of issues with finances and career, a lot of changes, blockages, things like that. So for some of you, you may be working on building yourself up with finances and making more money, getting into a better place with your finances so that way you can have a stable relationship. So for some of you, you may be hearing about a new job, somebody may be coming in with a new job. Others of you, it could involve legal action, especially with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So yeah, some of you, and as I'm talking about hearing news, the phone's ringing. So there's your sign, Scorpio. There's going to be some kind of news coming in here. April, sometime into May. Again, we have Uranus moving into Taurus in May, and that's in the 7th house of marriages, relationships, love. So Uranus is the planet of shocks and surprises. So there's going to be some major changes for Scorpios. We finally have Saturn out of Sagittarius, and Saturn's moved into Capricorn. So we may have had to have learned some tough lessons in career. But with honeymoon in the 6 of Swords, you could be traveling with somebody, spending time, retreating, and very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So what you've been waiting for, again, as I said with the star here, you've been waiting for something. The High Priestess was that slow-moving energy. Lessons that you had to learn. Things that weren't meant to happen at that exact moment and in the past are going to be happening for you. So very soon. So for those of you who need to hear that, things are going to be falling into place. You may be switching jobs, getting a new job, but you're going to be building on your finances, and that's going to cause forward movement in your relationships. So this tough cycle of the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the restriction, which could have involved finances, there's going to be forward movement, but the Tower just had to happen. So I hope this helps you guys out, and stay tuned for your May monthlies. I'll be putting those out shortly. Take care, Scorpio.